morning. Welcome to National Library Week at the Lisbon Hepburn Library. My name is Michelle McLagan, and I am the director of the library here in Lisbon. And a couple of days ago, we did a virtual library tour, and I took you around the outside of the building. I took you throughout most of the public spaces inside the building, the places where you can borrow books and you can meet with people, where you can sit down and read, those kind of things. Well, I thought what we would do today is take a look behind the scenes at some of the hidden areas of the library that most people never get to see. So we're standing in the front entranceway right now. The stairs here are the stairs that we took to go upstairs to the reading rooms, to the stacks, the circulation desk. All the books and materials are up there. This door over here is the door to the community room, and we looked at the community room the other day. Behind me here, we have the restroom, and we have our front lobby pickup area. But this door, I pointed out a couple of days ago, leads to the cellar. So let's go take a look downstairs. I have the key for the cellar, so give me just a moment and let me unlock that door. So here we go. This is the custodial closet. Back in the olden days, this was actually a washroom, and you can see that there's a sink there. There used to be a toilet around the corner and a dividing wall. At this point, this is where we keep all of our cleaning supplies, all of the extra disinfectants for COVID, all of those kind of things. And as a matter of fact, around the corner there, we have the Christmas tree and all of the Christmas decorations. But this is the door that, yes, used to actually be in the men's room that leads downstairs to the cellar. So let me grab the light switch and we'll open the door and take a look. So like most cellars, we do store things here. We have extra light fixtures and various things like that, but you can see that we've got a set of stairs that goes down. So give me just a moment and I'll meet you at the bottom of the stairs. All right, so we are at the bottom of those stairs. That's what we're looking at here. And as I sort of pan around, you'll be able to see basically what a cellar is. We'll have all of the, there's plumbing here, there's HVAC, there's electrical, all of those kind of fundamental things that get hidden in the cellar are down in this level. Now, what we actually have is a 2-level cellar. So when I came down the stairs, this was the first level that we reached. And if you look, and I'm going to come over closer to the light, you can see the underside of the floor that was above us. And this is the kind of floor that we have throughout the building. And the ceiling height's low enough here that I can actually touch it, but it is kind of like a concrete stone sort of thing. And it's really very interesting when you're looking at it. But ahead of us here, we have a door, and this door goes into the lower part of our cellar. And you'll see here that there are a couple of steps down. Across from us is a door that actually goes out to the side yard. So if you're looking at the building from the far side, the side that most people never really look at very closely, you'll see that there is one of those entrances to the cellar. And so we do have the interior door is right over here. And yes, we do have moisture problems at the library. That is something that we always have to contend with in the cellar. But you'll see that there's a space that goes off this way. And then there's a space that goes off this way. So let's take a couple steps down. So here we are, we've gone down those couple of steps and we've got some storage cabinets. And one of the things that we've been working really hard at here at the library over the last couple of years is getting rid of some of the clutter. And, you know, the building's 101 years old. It's very common that things just accumulate. You know, naturally we would not be getting rid of anything that was of any historic value, but we've gotten rid of old paint and old stain and all kinds of broken items that just cannot be repaired or kept for any purpose. So down here in the lower part of the cellar, you'll see that we have, again, some of the normal things that you would expect to find in a cellar. We have a hot water tank that runs on natural gas. And I'll tell you right now that the temperature in here is probably about 90 degrees. Upstairs, it's a normal, well, 68 or thereabouts. But down here with the boiler, it can get very, very toasty. So this is the boiler. It is a steam boiler. And we put this one in, I'm going to say it's about 4 years ago now that we had to replace the boiler. And this is the replacement one that we have. So this is what keeps the building warm. It is, honestly, it's not all that big. It's a commercial boiler, and you can hear that it's now making noises, but it sits here. And then behind that, and it's a little bit hard to tell, but the space back here actually is a slope. So I'm standing on a flat spot that's perfectly level with the ground, but just about where these white conduit pipes are, it takes a pretty sharp angle upwards. And that is the end of our cellar space. So right now we're underneath of the community room, but the cellar does not actually span the entire community room. It really is just a small portion of that. And then there are more components to the boiler back here. So I thought, it's a cellar, but people never know what is downstairs and what kind of creepiness can be going on in the public library. So that's what we have. And we'll just head back through here. And again, just to give you kind of a visual, these are there's one step here and then another step down. And this is the door, and then this is the upper level of the cellar. The stairs you see there lead back up into what used to be the old restroom that we've been using as a custodial closet for probably 20 plus years at this point. So I'm gonna head back upstairs to the main part of the library, and I'll join you in just a moment. All right, so we're back. At this point, we're standing in the corner of the kitchen, essentially. Over to my right-hand side that way would be the part of the kitchen that we looked at before with the stove and the refrigerator and all of those kind of things. But over here, we do have an emergency exit. And on the way to the emergency exit, we have a safe. And the space here is a little cramped, so I can't step back any further. But here is the safe, and you'll see up at the top, it says Hepburn Memorial Library, Lisbon, New York. And then down here at the bottom, it says York Safe and Lock Company, New York, New York, and York, PA. We do have trouble with the safe and locking mechanism and so forth. As you can see, it is a very old dial and an old style handle. On the inside, like we do in the cellar, we have some issues with moisture and so forth. But some of the markings on the inside of the safe door are definitely very, very interesting, as well as the different mechanics that make the safe work. But inside, there is actually a second set of doors, which we normally keep propped open. So there's one on this side, and then there's one on the other side. And let me reach in and see if I can find the light switch. We use this safe not for old historic documents because of the moisture, but as just a storage space. And you can see that the walls in here are concrete. There is a little vent hole here that actually goes all the way through the concrete to the other side. And then there is light up there. And this over here is where the stairs, the back stairs from the kitchen go up to the second floor. So as you can see, what we use this space for storage-wise are things that really aren't impacted by the moisture and the dampness. So we've got ceiling fans and snow shovels. I'm sorry, not ceiling fans, but stand fans. There's some window fans. There's an extra bookshelf and so forth. So let me grab the light switch there and we'll come back out and spin around. As I said, that's the exterior door and those are the stairs. Now we don't use the back stairs anymore at all. They are just an emergency exit. But across from the safe, we do have another closet. And again, spacing is a little tight back here. I can't step back any further. But this is what we call our craft closet. and it is a very cramped space. We do have the electrical panels are there. They're accessible if we need them, but we have several different cabinets, mostly things that we have pulled together that we have stopped using in other areas of the library. So, I mean, there's a filing cabinet, there's a locker, 2 storage cabinets, and as we kind of get back in here, we have a large storage shelf here. And what we store back here, and you can see my stool so that I can reach the top shelves, but these are the craft supplies. So when we're putting together the craft projects, the make and take projects that we're sending home right now, or projects that we've done in the past with story time or anything else, this is where we have everything stored. So, I mean, I've got yarns here and beads. We have supplies for our Cricut are back here. We have wood supplies, whether that be, popsicle sticks or things that we can paint. We have canvases, there are pipe cleaners and pieces of foam in these cabinets over here. You'll see that we have everything from construction paper and chipboard. There's glue in here, plaster of Paris, all kinds of paper and stamps. And then this cabinet over here is, to a very large extent, paint related. So down in the bottom, we have things like rocks to do the friendship rocks in the summer, different kinds of stain. We have all kinds of different colors of paint, different kinds of paint as well. So acrylic paints, as well as powders and things that can be sprayed, and polyurethane. This is mostly all paintbrushes and things along those lines. Over here behind this media cart, we have cabinets that have extra bookmarks and freebies and toys and games and things that we often use for summer reading. So that's what we have in this back closet. It is definitely not a very big space, but it is a space that allows us to keep the clutter of all of these supplies out of the main part of the library and keep them consistent. So let's head upstairs. All right, we are back, and now we are upstairs in the adult stack section behind the circulation desk. And you may have noticed at some point, if you've been to the library, that there is a door here between the audiobooks that are on this side and the New York State books that are on the other side. And this door leads to that back staircase that I was talking about when we were in the kitchen. So this is the back stairs that we no longer use. They're not really safe to use. They get very, very slippery. But this would be the stairs going down. And if you look around here, you'll see that there's a window that leads out to the side parking lot. And then as you continue down the stairs, you would get to that emergency exit off of the kitchen. But if you look up, you'll see here where the ceiling is slanted that this is an opportunity for another set of stairs to go up. And as a matter of fact, there is another door here. Now this is kind of the craziest thing, because if you open this door, you cannot open this one at the same time. There's not enough clearance, even if this one is open all the way on the left. So in order for us to go to the attic, we have to come here and essentially, bear with me here, step down out of the way, close one door, and then open the other one. And yes, it is fairly dark, but I have the key. So give me a moment, let me get the door unlocked, and I'll meet you on the other side. All right, we have unlocked that door, and now you can see where the two doors actually do kind of meet. This is the door here to the main library, which you can see through here. And then this is the attic door that I just unlocked. And it's much brighter now because we have another window, but we do have a set of stairs here that go up. Another window that's off to the side of the building, overlooking the parking lot. And then you can see the stairs continue to turn. So give me a moment, we'll meet at the top. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break right on the landing and show you. So this is the window that I had pointed out before, and you can see where that overlooks the parking lot. The kitchen door is below me and to the left. And then this would be the windows that are in the reading room where the YA books are, where our conference and board tables are. There's a fireplace. The handicap lift is there as well. And then further down, that would be the community room. So as I spin around here, you'll see the other stairs that are going up into the attic. And we don't have much light up there, so the light is really what's coming in through the windows. So give me a moment, I'll meet you at the very top. All right, so these are the stairs that we just came up. That was the landing that I was standing on before. And you can see they're wood stairs, but there is no railing. They are very, very steep, but they are pretty safe. As you come up here, you'll see how much structure is in this building. That there are 4 beams here. There's a beam here. We have very, very large bolts and screws and everything holding the building together. As we pan around, and I'm actually standing on one level, and then there is another level, I'd call it like 2 steps up, that we're looking at here. So we're looking, this is the parking lot side. This would be the area below where the conference tables are, where their YA books are. And as we kind of pan around, we are now looking towards the front. So this is the very front of the building where the windows are. So next time you're driving by, take a look and look way up, and you will see those 3 windows. So County Route 10 is out that direction. And as we spin a little further, the children's room would be underneath of that particular part. And as we do downstairs, we do have many things that have been stored up here for 100 years. And as we come around here, we're looking at the back of the building. And you can't really see, the sun coming in right now is really bright, but there's a lovely window right there. And that would be the back of the building where it overlooks the highway department. And then coming back around to the stairs. So I'm going to climb over a few things. So I am using my cell phone to do this recording, and needless to say, I need 2 hands to climb through some of these beams. But if you look up, you can see the roof structure and the boards that are underneath of the exterior portion of the roof. So give me just a moment. All right, we are now all the way to the back of the building. As I said, this is the window that you can see a little more of the interesting architecture of the window. Again, look at it when you're outside, because most people don't look all the way up, and that's myself included, to see some of the really neat things that are part of the building. But back that direction would be the highway department on Church Street. But I think it's really interesting how the brickwork and the inside of the building is fabricated back here. And bear with me as I'm stepping very carefully. But you can see, again, this is much like the ceiling that we saw in the cellar. And I apologize for the lighting. There isn't much up here. And I'm doing this by myself, so holding a flashlight and a cell phone are not exactly easy to do. But you'll also see some of the exposed brickwork here on the inside that sort of makes this arch effect on the one side of the window. And as we go and look around here, you can see that the roof line comes down here, okay, to a row of brick that's right around the edge as well. And you can see the structural supports. And when I had paused the video before, that was because I was climbing through that hole and trying to make sure that I put my feet in the safe spots where there is enough support and I wasn't going to step on the insulation and put my foot through the ceiling. So that's why you'll see I'll pause quite a bit here. But this is looking straight at the front of the building. And so those are the windows that I had pointed out before that are looking over County Route 10. Now, I will say that if you are watching this and you have $200,000 that you want to donate to the Hepburn Library of Lisbon, I would turn this into a children's room. If we had unlimited funds, which we do not, This would be a goal, would be to turn this into a children's space, to enlarge the children's space that we have downstairs, to make that, again, more of a study space, expand our adult collection by bringing our children's materials up here. There is a lot of square footage here. It isn't all perfectly usable because obviously we're talking about some low points with regards to head clearance and so forth. But this center space and then the space going off to the left and right. And if you just imagine downstairs, we have like a cross formation. So it's almost like a little bit of a T. There is a lot of usable space both directions. So let me move us around a little bit. I'm going to go crawl back through this spot. So give me a moment. All right, I am now standing in the very center of the attic space. So I crawled back through that one area and then basically got up into the slightly higher level with the two little steps. And I'm standing here now. This again is the front of the building. And I'm looking into what would be the space above our YA room, above the conference tables. And I have two windows over here that, again, beautiful work around the windows. You can see perhaps, and again, there's not much light here, but going up in between them is the brick fireplace from downstairs in the YA room and the one that's downstairs in the community room. So this is where they go up to the chimney. And again, you can see where if we were able to do a really cool construction project, we've got support beams in here that are obviously load bearing to the roof. So, I mean, there would be quite a bit of construction that would be required to open this space up to make it usable. But even with just the center space where I'm standing, there is quite a bit of square footage here. So if we go and we look the other direction, you will see again two windows. And so this is pointed, the other ones were pointed towards the parking lot. These windows and this wall is pointed essentially down County Route 10 in the direction of Lisbon Central School. So that would be that side of the building. And you can see again that there is quite a bit of exhaust pipes that are running through here. There's a lot of electrical that gets run up through the attic and then back down other sides of the building. We still have old paper book spinning racks up here and some other things that are stored. So give me a moment and I will move a little closer so you can see the windows on the front of the building. All right, we have now moved all the way to the front of the attic, and these are the windows that are looking out, and I don't think you can get a good view of the beautiful vista of farmland and trees that are across there. But these are the windows on the front of the building, and it is morning, so the sun is really quite bright. But again, you can see what the inside of the library walls look like prior to them being covered with the plaster. And then we'll take another quick look around. And there's some graffiti up here that says 1920, but there's also some that says 1962. So not sure who was up here doing that kind of stuff. But here with the sun much brighter, you can see a better idea of what the inside of the roof structure looks like. And of course, I mean, there are modern amenities up here. There are smoke detectors. And like I said, much of the electrical for the building actually runs through the attic to get to where it's going. So that is what we have upstairs. I'm going to climb over and under all of these different things and make my way back out of here. So I'll join you in just a couple of moments. All right, so we are back downstairs on the second floor of the library where the books are and so forth and so on. So I just wanted to thank you for joining me again for another video tour of the library building. We are so glad to be able to share these with you during National Library Week. And I hope that you gain some some hidden knowledge about the library building and some of the things that you otherwise might not have an opportunity to see in your day-to-day visits here. So once again, my name is Michelle McClagan, and I am the director of the library here in Lisbon. We are open regular hours, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., and Wednesday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We look forward to seeing you. No appointment necessary. Come check us out. Bye-bye.